A late season ski trip to Keystone and Breckenridge in Colorado, and we're hoping that we can find snow. First stop is going to be at the SAC Air and Space Museum. It's just west of Omaha. Got some beautiful displays there, both indoor and outdoor displays. From there we go on to Ogallala, Nebraska, stop for the night and have dinner at our favorite spot, the Crystal Palace Saloon. Day 2, we leave Ogallala and go through Denver and head up towards the Eisenhower Tunnel, and notice there's no snow. We come out the west portal, there's no snow. From there we'll head into Frisco and stop for lunch, get a little sunshine, and then on to our condo in Breckenridge, and there's no snow there either. A hearty breakfast, and we're off on Monday morning to look for snow. And we'll head over to the snowflake lift, and there's no snow there. Notice that we have to put our skis on a rubber mat and then shuffle our way into the chair. So hopefully when we get to the top there'll be some. There we are up to the top, and there is some snow and some ice. We're going to unload here. Stop there. Once we unload, we'll backtrack a little bit down and head down towards the base of Peak 8. Get down to Peak 8, and we're going to take the Rocky Mountain Super Chair, and we're heading up to Peak 7 and hoping to get to Peak 7 or Peak 6.
Only sure way down.
And coming up here.
Because if you go off that way, you're going over
top.
9, and 9 isn't open.
And here we are at the top of Peak 7. And there's quite a bit of snow there. So it looks like we might get some good skiing in here. Pioneer Crossing on Peak 7. Time for a rehydration stop. Day 2, more of the same. We're heading back up to Peak 7 to ski. back at Peak 7. The chair that you see up above me there is Freedom Chair. It's not running, so we can't ski over on that side of the mountain. Peak 6 is also closed. Peak 9 is closed. Peak 10 is closed. So we're stuck on 7 and 8. So we're going to continue here on 7.
Okay, so we gotta go all the way down now, right?
Yeah, well, this is probably the best run right here.
We want to go have lunch today, and we can't ski back to the condo. There isn't enough snow, so we're going to hop on the gondola, take the gondola down to the transfer station. At the transfer station, we can pick up a free bus up to the condo. Once we get up to the condo, then we're going to walk downtown and have our lunch. We started walking downtown to get lunch, and we'd only made it about 3 blocks, and we looked off between a couple of buildings there, and there were 3 moose standing there. So we quick got out our cameras and started taking pictures and videos. We did that until Mama Moose started coming towards us, and she was getting a little too close, so we had to get out of the way. We did eventually make it up to our restaurant. We were headed towards Amazing Grace. Had a great little lunch there, actually more of a breakfast than a lunch, breakfast tacos. But it was really good. We got back, walking back to the condo. We got back to the condo. There was a moose laying in the grass right across the street from the condo. There were moose all over town. We saw 9 on that day. Day 3 of skiing. We're on the lift heading up Snowflake. And today we're going to be skiing 7 and 8 again and see how it goes. Hey!
So this is the way to go, huh?
Well, go past the lift, and then you can zoom right down to the chairs.
Oh, cool.
Where are you going?
I don't know. They all went ahead of me.
Are they up on 7 or like?
6, they're here at 8.
Oh, on 8? Okay.
Now we just came down from, we came this way,
Okay.
took the chair up, and then they went ahead.
Are they waiting at the bottom?
No,
Oh,
they're
okay.
just
They're
going.
doing their thing.
So just take this chair on this side
Yeah. The closer
up
one.
to Vista House.
Yeah.
that's
the
where they're
Vista House
going.
one. All right. Cool.
Yep,
Well, we'll see ya.
yep. Ski good. Day 4, we drove over to Keystone to check the snow out there, and the snow on Keystone was actually a little better than the
Down we
ski
go.
at Breck, so it was a fun day skiing at Keystone.
Whee!
You can see going up the lift that there's not a lot of snow here when you get off of the ski runs. Beautiful shot of Lake Dillon here looking down from the top of Keystone Mountain. Notice that there is no ice on the lake. Sometimes it's good to practice skiing a little faster in case a moose starts chasing you on one of the ski runs and you have to get away from it. So I think that's what's probably going on here with Emmett. Nice view of Breckenridge from the top of Keystone here. When we finished skiing at Keystone, we took the gondola back down to the village and stopped there at a pizza shop and had some pizza lunch, and then drove down and across the Dillon Dam. And once we crossed the dam, we stopped and did some hiking and exploring along the lake there. It was a very beautiful day. Very beautiful scenery. Back at Breckenridge, this is an old floating dredge that's been turned into a restaurant. It's called Ollie's, and it's one of our favorite places to have dinner. Day 5, last day to ski. We woke up with about 4 inches of new snow. So day 5 was spent at Breckenridge again, and I didn't get any video of the high terrain, but I've got a bunch of stills I'll run here, including Chair 6, which takes you up to the Imperial Lift, and then Imperial Lift takes you up to the top, 12,840 feet. The climb to terrain above that was closed, and there's also some shots here of Horseshoe Bowl. Imperial Bowl was open, but it was too full of rocks really to ski safely in there. The rest of the runs that we encountered were really pretty good. The big problem was that because there were so few runs open, especially late in the afternoon, they'd get very busy and there were too many people there. Last night at Breckenridge, we celebrated with friends from Denver at the Tin Plate, having some really, really good pizza. Good night, Breckenridge. Saturday morning, 13 degrees, light snow in the air, the moon peeking over Peak 9 as we head for home. Interstate 80, looking at the green fields of Nebraska. The end of a great trip, the green, green grass of home.